Indiana Notre Dame game is in South Bend Friday night. Cannot wait for this one. Just a chilly Friday night. I'm going to be on my couch with a big old fat pizza. Cannot wait for this one, Dylan. Oh man. In-state rivals. We've got Notre Dame -7.5, over under 50.5. Where are we going here, Dylan? Do you trust Riley Leonard in this spot?
Shout out to all my Parks and Rec fans. This is the battle for Lil Sebastian. This is the battle for the little pony, Lil Sebastian. That didn't seem to land very well. I thought
didn't land with me. Haven't watched that show.
I've watched it.
Nothing.
Lil Sebastian. I kind of sold my stock on him.
Sold your stock on Lil Sebastian. Okay. Indiana Notre Dame. Indiana's number one qualm, I guess, is their strength of schedule is porous. They had the 68th strength of schedule. Notre Dame has the 59th.
Now do Notre Dame's. I was going to say fraud off.
Yeah, both these teams, and people just want to forget that they lost in Northern Illinois in Week 3, which is astounding to me. Notre Dame has a great,
beat Virginia. Someone told me it is. Well, look, riddle me this, Dylan. Someone once told me it was very impressive to travel 2 time zones and win at USC.
It is. That's a good win.
All right.
That's a good win. They won by a lot, but still 59th strength of schedule.
The score lied.
Notre Dame, yeah, it did. Notre Dame has a great pass defense. They're first in EPA per drop back allowed, 10th in EPA per play allowed on early downs. Indiana's defensive strength is against the rush, which is what Notre Dame does extremely well. They're the top rush defense in terms of EPA allowed per rush attempt. I love Indiana here, and maybe it's me just going fairy tale. Signetti coming in from JMU, bringing his guys. Curtis Rourke has been great. Does Notre Dame have the pass attack to expose Indiana's defense? I think that's what this comes down to, and I would say no. I don't really trust Riley Leonard. If the game is put on his arm, they're not going to be able to run against Indiana. I go Indiana here. I think they win. I think they win this game.
And I think it's fair to point out the trust in Riley Leonard, but I think the bigger point is, who are the weapons? What weapons on the outside for Notre Dame do you actually trust in this spot? That's my biggest problem. It's not even as much the Riley Leonard thing. It's got to be done on the ground. The problem is Notre Dame is going to be a team where they cannot fall behind. They are not built to come back from behind in these spots. I think Indiana can come back from behind in these spots. It's tricky here. I think I lean Indiana here, Connor.
There was no collusion. I promise there was no collusion. This is my upset pick of the first round, is Indiana to beat Notre Dame. And I'm sorry, Mark and Philly, we just had a great 20-minute segment with you and talked about Notre Dame and their path and everything like that. He was kind of writing off Indiana. You'll hear about that next week in the episode. Every stat says take Notre Dame. Indiana averaged 1.7 yards per play in non-garbage time versus Ohio State. Less than 1 yard per play in the second half against Michigan, where they actually won. Notre Dame's D-line is probably the best out of those 3 teams. Notre Dame has a good D-line, but I think so. Notre Dame's D-line's been good this year.
Better than Michigan's?
It's a conversation. Okay, I think it's a conversation.
All right.
It's a conversation, and that is true, Dylan. Come on.
No, it's not. That's not even close. But go ahead.
Yeah, anyway, Notre Dame's got a good D-line. Flashback 3 months ago, their loss to Northern Illinois. I know how long ago it was. You want to know how Northern Illinois won? Dominated time of possession, rushed for 200 yards, took care of the ball, mistake-free football, really is what it was. Curtis Rourke only has 4 picks on the season. I know they've been playing the, poopy strength of schedule. We already went into that. Curtis Rourke takes care of the ball, and I'm betting on Kurt Signetti. This isn't about numbers. It's me betting on Kurt Signetti to scheme and have a game plan to give Notre Dame problems. I like Indiana here. I think there's going to be one upset in this first round, and I think this is my spot where it's going to be. I like Indiana to win here outright.
I like Indiana.
Real quick, let's not forget, Notre Dame's best win is week 1 against A&M. You want to talk about ranked wins? Army, Navy, and Louisville. I mean, we're doing the whole strength of schedule dance with Indiana. Notre Dame is right there, too. If you want to give the hate to Indiana for not having quality wins, Notre Dame's quality win is Texas A&M, which had a different quarterback at the time in week 1 in August. Army, Navy, Louisville, come on.
It still pisses me off when people say, oh, well, Texas didn't have a ranked win against teams that are currently ranked. They played A&M a week ago, and A&M was ranked 20. Texas beat them to kick them out of the top 25. That's stupid. Now, if you're saying, well, Texas has a top 10 win against Michigan, that's stupid. That's ridiculous. You can't say that as well. You disagree there, Dylan?
No, I don't. I agree with that.
Okay, just making sure. I think I lean Indiana here on the spread. So both of you guys are saying Indiana outright.
Yeah, they win.
I am. Signetti, I trust him. Scheme it up, game plan him, give Riley Leonard problems. This is the fairy tale story that comes to a screeching halt in Georgia in the next round. But I do think they beat Notre Dame here.
Is there a sneaky nobody believes in us? Shout out Bill Simmons. Nobody believes in us in Notre Dame.
It's Indiana too, though.
I think it'd be more so Indiana. Yeah, people are writing them off, saying they shouldn't even been in with an 11-1 record, which fair argument, but they're in. I think they're going to make some noise.
Okay. All right. I just want to point that out there. All right.
High scoring game, though.
Is that it?
I think it'll be a high scoring game. Yeah.
Do you have anything else on this game? Nothing? I don't think so either.
No.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm also curious to see. We didn't talk about this as much in the previous games, but like how SMU adapts to how chilly it is at State College, and how this game. The other thing is this game's gonna be freezing cold in South Bend, and I wonder if that plays into Notre Dame's hands a little bit more because they're gonna want to run the ball ground and pound. We'll see how that goes. I think Notre Dame wins in a close one, though.